Which national monument commemorates the founding, growth, preservation, and development of the United States of America?
The answer is Mount Rushmore National Memorial, located in South Dakota. Mount Rushmore National Memorial is centered on a colossal sculpture, carved into the granite face of Mount Rushmore, in the Black Hills in Keystone, South Dakota. The sculpture features the 60-foot heads of Presidents George Washington, 1732–1799, Thomas Jefferson, 1743–1826, Theodore Roosevelt, 1858–1919, and Abraham Lincoln, 1809–1865.
Identify the location in this picture.
The answer is Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona. The Grand Canyon is a steep-sided canyon carved by the Colorado River in Arizona, United States. Considered one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the canyon stretches an impressive 227 miles long and averages over 10 miles wide.
Name the statue which was gifted and dedicated to us by France in 1886.
The answer is the Statue of Lady Liberty, New York. The Statue of Lady Liberty, located on the Liberty Island, Manhattan, New York City, was a gift from the French commemorating the alliance of France and the United States during the American Revolution.
Which engineering marvel creates hydroelectric power and helps provides water for 7 states and a portion of Mexico?
The answer is Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam is located in the Black Canyon of the Colorado River, on the border between the U.S. states of Nevada and Arizona. It was constructed between 1931 and 1936 and dedicated on September 30, 1935, by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Originally known as Boulder Dam from 1933, it was officially renamed Hoover Dam after President Herbert Hoover by a joint resolution of Congress in 1947.
In which building was the Declaration of Independence signed in 1776?
The answer is the Independence Hall, located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Independence Hall is the building where both the United States Declaration of Independence and the United States Constitution were debated and adopted. It is now the centerpiece of the Independence National Historical Park, where you will also find the Liberty Bell and several museums.
If you spend 1 minute at each exhibit, it would take more than 290 years to see them all. Which landmark are we talking about?
The answer is the Smithsonian Institution, Washington, D.C. Smithsonian is the world's largest museum and research complex, with 19 museums, 9 research centers, and affiliates around the world. As per their website, the total number of objects, works of art and specimens of the Smithsonian is estimated at nearly 155 million, of which nearly 146 million are scientific specimens of the National Museum of Natural History.
Which is the highest mountain peak in North America?
The answer is Mount Denali, located in Alaska. Denali, which means the high one or tall one in Koyukon language, is the highest mountain peak in North America, with a summit elevation of 20,310 feet above sea level. With a topographic prominence of 20,156 feet and a topographic isolation of 4,629 miles, Denali is the 3rd most prominent and 3rd most isolated peak on Earth, after Mount Everest and Aconcagua. Earlier it was called as Mount McKinley.
Can you identify this war memorial?
It is the African American Civil War Memorial, located in Washington, D.C. In 1998, the African American Civil War Memorial Freedom Foundation dedicated a memorial to honor the members of the United States colored troops during the war. Over 200,000 African American soldiers and sailors served in the U.S. Army and Navy during the Civil War. Their service helped end the war and free over 4 million slaves. The African American Civil War Memorial honors their service and sacrifice.
Which suspension bridge has been declared one of the wonders of the modern world by the American Society of Civil Engineers?
The answer is Golden Gate Bridge, located in San Francisco, California. The Golden Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge spanning the Golden Gate, the 1-mile-wide strait connecting San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean. The bridge is one of the most internationally recognized symbols of San Francisco and California, and possibly the most beautiful and certainly the most photographed, bridging the world.
Can you name the largest indoor-outdoor museum complex in the United States?
The answer is the Henry Ford Museum, located in Dearborn, Michigan. The Henry Ford is a large indoor and outdoor history museum complex and a National Historic Landmark. The 12-acre museum's collection contains the presidential limousine of John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln's chair from Ford's Theater, Thomas Edison's laboratory, the Wright brothers' bicycle shop, the Rosa Parks bus, and many other historical exhibits.
This natural rock formation in western Nebraska once served as an important landmark for pioneers. Can you name it?
The answer is the Chimney Rock, located in Morrill County, Nebraska. Chimney Rock is a prominent geological rock formation in Morrill County in western Nebraska. Rising nearly 300 feet above the surrounding North Platte River Valley, the peak of Chimney Rock is 4,228 feet above sea level.
Which national park features more than 100 caves?
The answer is Carlsbad Caverns National Park, located in New Mexico. Carlsbad Caverns National Park is in the Chihuahua Desert of southern New Mexico. High ancient sea ledges, deep rocky canyons, flowering cactus, and desert wildlife are the treasures above the ground in the Chihuahua Desert. Hidden beneath the surface are more than 119 caves, formed when sulfuric acid dissolved limestone, leaving behind caverns of awe. Currently 3 caves are open to public tours.
Can you identify this World War II landmark?
It is the USS Arizona Memorial, Pearl Harbor. President Eisenhower approved creation of the USS Arizona Memorial in 1958 to commemorate fallen military personnel in the Pearl Harbor attack. On December 5, 2008, the USS Arizona Memorial and other Pearl Harbor sites were established as part of the World War II Valor and Pacific National Monument, Pearl Harbor.
Which space center has been NASA's primary launch center of human spaceflight since 1968?
The answer is the Kennedy Space Center, located in Merritt Island, Florida. NASA was founded by President Dwight Eisenhower in 1958, and the NASA Launch Operations Center in East Florida was opened in 1962. This facility was later renamed in honor of President Kennedy, who set America on the path to land on the Moon. Every manned mission to space has departed from this facility and is one of 10 National Aeronautics and Space Administration field centers.
Can you name the landmark, which is supposed to be the largest maritime museum in the United States?
The answer is the Mystic Seaport Museum, Connecticut. The Museum of America and the Sea in Mystic, Connecticut is the largest maritime museum in the United States. Notable for its collection of sailing ships and boats and for the recreation of the crafts and fabric of an entire 19th century seafaring village. It consists of more than 60 historic buildings, most of them rare commercial structures moved to the 19-acre site and meticulously restored.
Identify this landmark?
It is the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, located in Washington, D.C. The Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial is located in West Potomac Park next to the National Mall in Washington. It covers 4 acres and includes a Stone of Hope, a granite statue of civil rights movement leader Martin Luther King carved by sculptor Lei Yi-Shin. The inspiration for the memorial design is a line from King's I Have a Dream speech, "Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope." The memorial opened to the public in 2011.
Which landmark is called as Ageokachuk by some Native American tribes?
The answer is Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Mount Washington is the highest peak in the northeastern United States at 6,288.2 feet and the most topographically prominent mountain east of the Mississippi River. The mountain is notorious for its erratic weather. The mountain is visited by hikers, and the Appalachian Trail crosses the summit. Other common activities include glider flying, backcountry skiing, and annual cycle and running races such as the Otter Road Bicycle Hill Climb and Road Race.
Which is the first national park in the U.S., and is also widely held to be the first national park in the world?
The answer is the Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming. Yellowstone National Park is a nearly 3,500 square mile wilderness recreation area atop a volcanic hotspot. Mostly in Wyoming, the park spreads into parts of Montana and Idaho too. Yellowstone features dramatic canyons, alpine rivers, lush forests, hot springs and gushing geysers, including its most famous, Old Faithful. It's also home to hundreds of animal species.
Name the first national monument, dedicated to an African American, and first to a non-president?
The answer is George Washington Carver National Monument located in Newton County, Missouri. This national monument was founded on July 14, 1943, by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The site preserves of the boyhood home of George Washington Carver, as well as the 1881 Moses Carver House in the Carver Cemetery. His boyhood home consists of rolling hills, woodlands, and prairies. The 240-acre park has a 3/4-mile nature trail, film, museum, and an interactive exhibit area for students.
And now, to the final question in this video. This 2.5-mile-long path through downtown Boston, Massachusetts, that passes by 16 locations is significant to the history of the United States. Can you name it?
The answer is Freedom Trail, Boston, Massachusetts. The Freedom Trail is a unique collection of museums, churches, meeting houses, burying grounds, parks, a ship, and historic markers that tell the story of the American Revolution and beyond. Marked largely with brick, it winds between Boston Common to the Bunker Hill Monument in Charlestown. Stops along the trail include simple explanatory ground markers, graveyards, notable churches and buildings, a historic naval frigate and much more.
With this we have to the end of this video. We hope to bring you more videos like this for you and your kids. If you like our video, please do press the like button, and for more videos please do subscribe to our Nika Media channel, and press the bell button for notifications. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Bye for now.